You're just jumping over, thank you for hanging out with us. If we are seeing you for the first time, hope you had a great weekend. We've got a really cool Santos for you guys. It's been a lot of following on this one. We got a lot of followers here already jumping on the call. And here we are. Stunning Santos with the gray dial. This one comes on the steel and the sport rubber strap. You've got a double deployant right there. Just a beautiful watch. They wear incredibly well on the wrist, and they wear incredibly well on the eyes too. So I've got a 7¼ inch wrist. This is just a quick look. I'll do some more of these later, but this is just how it sits on mine. I'm someone who wears between a 40 and a 42. And as a 40, this wears and sits quite comfortably. Plenty of link shown on both sides. And just the weight on these, to me, is one of the more well-balanced watches that are out there, especially for a sport model. Let's show you guys the set too while we're at it. All right. You've got the sport rubber strap right here. Then we've got the one extra link that was also in this pouch. Awesome. We'll set that right to the side. Bring this more into the center. Sweet. If we pull the pillow off, then underneath we've got some goodies too. So here's the card. We've got an April 2nd, 2025 with the black ADLC steel gray dial Cartier. So April 2nd, 2025. All right. These gray dials are a lot of fun. The Santos in general, I mean, it's a watch that just continues to do well every single year. And this is just one of the prettiest configurations out there. You've got this black DLC coating and a gray matted dial. The pop and the shine that comes off of this somehow just looks very close to the steel. So just this entire look that you get as I pan back and forth on this one. The blend, when you have this much color and consistent light display across the watch, it just has a very sophisticated and intentional look. This is a watch that's like, it's designed and intended to be a dress watch, but because it's a steel sport watch, it's a steel sport watch. So usually when you have a steel sport watch, it's something like a diver, a GMT, but you get this really cool dress look, square body, Roman numerals, something that it just has that look like you would just wear this at night, but it's a casual one that you could have gym shorts and a white tee, or you could have a suit and you're going to the office. Like this watch just dresses up and down incredibly well. What's really cool about these, and my favorite feature outside of the double deployant, is the quick release easy strap changing system. So all you do is push this lever in and the bracelet slides right out. And then in the morning, you can snap your sport rubber strap right in and be on your way. Or you wear a sport rubber strap all day long, you're on vacation, get back to the hotel, you say, hey, we're stepping out to dinner, I want to put my steel bracelet back on. It takes just a matter of seconds to do so. And when you're paying this much money for a watch, you want that type of versatility. And there's so many 50, 70, 100K watches that don't have that. And so you really got to give Cartier the credit for doing that on these. Just makes them that much more enjoyable. Yes, this is the large model. That is correct. The 39.8 millimeter is the large model. Yep. Thank you for the comment on that one. 40 folks watching. Yes, correct. Some good attention on this one. Goes to show just how popular these are, right? It has nothing to do, I'd love to say it has something to do with us, but really it just has something to do with this particular watch. It has a really good following. If you notice on Chrono 24, the listings remain really strong. This remains a top 10 searched watch. The Santos is just, it's building year over year, and all that tells you is that it's a very consistent product and design from Cartier. Honestly, back in like 22, 23, I always thought like, oh, maybe they'll start to cool off at some point. Like I'll wait to buy some more until the market settles, but the market has never settled on these. They're in a really good price point for the amount of quality and horology that you get baked into these. The unique design, they're indistinguishable, right? Every time I travel, I was traveling heavily before doing watches really full time, and I could spot a sub, and this is no knock, but just to be very real, I could see a sub in GMT a multitude of times in every single airport that I stepped in and out of, every single plane I was on. And yes, there was a handful of Santos out there, but nowhere in comparison to the number of units, and they always stood out. I'd always see a guy in a suit on a phone call wearing a Santos, and there was just something clean about that look. And believe me, the sub is classic. Like if you get one because your son was born and you wanted to commemorate that day, it's a perfect watch to do that with. You just have to give credit to a watch that's literally 50% the price of a steel sub or a GMT, and you're just getting one of the most elegant looks possible in any of the brand catalogs. All right, so we've got this one fully linked, double deployant, plenty of warranty life left. One of the best dials that are out there on this watch. And then a sport rubber strap. Very easy to change into. And then of course, this is not a cut strap. This is one that you can size to your wrist on any of these adjustment brackets here. It's not one of those cut straps where you need to go buy another one if this one were too short. This one will fit up to a full 8-inch wrist. So even better. A lot of versatility. You got the double deployant here. You've got the single deployant release here. And you will hear me talk about this many times, but deployant straps really make all the difference in the watch world. Whatever you're collecting, you need at least one watch that does it for you. All right, 11 and a half minutes to go. $7,050 is our top bid. This is a no reserve auction. Name and number at the top when the clock hits 0 will be our winner. All right, 11 minutes. If you guys, we already had some comments in here, so really do appreciate that. If you guys have any more comments, questions, would love to hear from you. All right, let's do a condition review. Let me click out of this. All right. Why does this keep popping up? All right, so let's check this one out. Beautiful. We're looking at the crystal. No damage, chips, nicks, dents, anything of that nature. We're gonna look at the bottom left case lug. Exceptional shape right here. You got this brushed satin finish along the side of the case. You've got a mirror polish that outlines the square structure body of the case. Another brushed satin finish right before you've got this bolted on DLC black bezel. All right, mid left case side, looking at the same features, same condition. Let me bring this into focus. Where are we at? And there we go, top left. We're gonna jump over to the top right. Mid right case side. You all know the blue crown jewel, if you will. This one is black to go with the DLC theme. Amazing. Let's check out the bracelet. So here's your 12 o'clock side, looking really good. Here's your 6. Let's check out that clasp. Spring release, double deployant, gotta have it. And what's really cool is if you just notice there, usually, not usually, but very commonly, a lot of the watches, whatever side you have the logo or the emblem on, that's the side that needs to close first on the twin deployants. But you can close in any fashion with these. Now we're gonna go logo first. So again, small features make all the difference. Really cool that they made that uniform. Really clean case back. Fully linked watch. That last link is right here in the bag, so we're good to go. Again, you've got your warranty card here. And we've got 8 minutes to go to see who takes this home. Take my glove off for this one really quick. All right, my glove back on so I can show you guys. All right, now that was just a matter of seconds, but all I did was push on the spring release right here, and immediately the bracelet came off. All I have to do is now you can see the hinges. Oops, let me try to get let me get a better angle here. There we go. Let's get some focus. So all that needs to happen now is these hinges will fit right into those two openings. It's so hard to do it under the camera. There we go. That's it. Slides right in. Now your bracelet's attached. And then within a matter of 5 seconds, you do that again and you slide this bracket right in. And then you have your sports strap ready to go. All right, $71.50 top bid just dropped in with $6.40 on the clock. There we go. So let's do that'll be this interior here. Put my glove back on. All right, so here's your steel strap and your sport rubber strap. That's it. You guys just saw it. So, steel there, black sport rubber there. Now, I gotta be honest, they don't look good together, but they look amazing when it's just black on black and steel on steel. But this is to give you the two looks. So there you go, is the black sport rubber. Very elegant finish, especially for sport rubber. And then here's your steel on top. So two different looks available on this one today. Really fun to see both. And just like you saw here on this live, that only takes a matter of seconds. What I love about this is it makes it a cool vacation watch. You know, sometimes you want to bring 2-3 watches. A friend was just asking me the other day, how do you go on vacation as a watch dealer? Do you just bring a ton of watches? And in the beginning, it was a yeah, and now I really just love bringing one. And the Santos is one that fits that. Sport rubber during the day, switch it to a bracelet at night. I think it's really convenient. Of course, if you have some other pieces, 50, 70K gold watches for AP, Rolex, you want to show it off, by all means. But it's nice to have one that is just a little bit more mindless. All right, we got a comment asking for the dial. Would love to. I got 2 hanging bracelets off this, so let me do this. Here you go. Here's a nice close-up look. Beautiful DLC black on that bezel with the gray dial. You got a really nice manicured gray center dial. Striations running through that. Very pretty design. Just draws your attention right to the center, right to that brand. Cartier embossed right on the top middle. Hopefully this does it for you and helps answer that question to see the dial. We've got 3 minutes and 50 seconds, and $71.50 is our top bid. And just like that, gotta love the quick change strap system. That's all it is. Push in, slide the bracket out, slide the next one in, and you change the entire look from this all steel to the dailyable sport rubber. A little hard to do with jeweler gloves on, so recommend you take it off. All right, 2 minutes and 45 seconds, $71.50 at the top. Again, no reserve. So regardless of what you see on the market, you guys get to set that one today. All right, final 2 minutes. Excited nonetheless for whoever takes this one home to enjoy the versatility of this watch. Sorry, I keep doing it off camera. Let me bring that in. There you have it. And now the entire look has changed. And as much as I love steel bracelets, I really like this one. I love the sport rubber on this. Black to a black DLC, because you're getting different tones, right? It's always nice when you have the same color but different tones. It gives you a matched look, but at the same time, it's differentiated. You got a material difference. You've got a color difference. Sport rubber black, DLC bezel, gray inner dial. Just thematically, they built this watch and designed this watch quite well. And of course, deployant. I will preach this one forever. Get yourself a deployant. It'll change your life. All right, $72.50, just under a minute, became our top bid. Inner box, outer box. You've got the pouch here. This carries your extra strap, and your extra link will be located in this. Of course, you've got the setting for the interior box. You've got the black sport rubber strap. You've got the fully linked steel deployant bracelet down to the warranty card. That is what we call complete. All right, clock just reset. $73.50 is now the top bid. And $74.50 now is the top bid. Best of luck to you guys. Someone has taken home a gorgeous... And here's the cool thing about this. These watches are very common to be daily worn, as a lot of great watches are that we sell. But to find one in this condition is exceptional. Really clean finish across the top. All right, a couple more bids popped in. $75.50, $76.50. Now leads. All right. Statement, $8,000 right on top. 50 seconds to go. 8,000 now leads. Appreciate the engagement, guys, and best of luck to you on this one. Whoever wins it is taking home an incredible example. And here's both just to show you again. Sport rubber and steel, 2 options in one. I mean, anytime you can drop, especially under 10K, and you're getting a watch with this much versatility and in this type of condition, well-recognized brand, it's always going to be a smart way to park it. All right, 8K was leading, 8,100 now leads. 8,200 now leads. With the clock reset, 50 seconds to go. Bring this back into focus. What do you guys think? More Santos? Should we bring a few more of these to the platform? I think so. And we will. Regardless, we will. It's just making sure we find ones like this that are in exceptional condition. And we can feel comfortable knowing some of the ownership history. We sell a lot of watches. I think we just sold our 100th watch. There's a reason only so many Santos have been on there, and that's just because some of them are, really beat up. And we could polish it, but rather get something that was already clean to start with. Gorgeous watch indeed. Yes, thank you. Very much agreed. All right, 8,300 now leads, 50 seconds. 8,300. All right, 28 seconds. We are rounding out on this Monday. This is our third no reserve auction of the day. We've got one tomorrow. We've got 2 more on Friday. And then we have plenty more coming next week. All right, 8,400 back on top, and now 8,500. 8,500 just dropped in right after. Clock reset. We are back in the final minute. We are swimming in the final minute. 8,500 top bid. 40 seconds to go. And again, complete set, which is why I think there's a lot of interest on this one. You got your warranty card. You've got the inner box, the outer box, the pillow that contains your extra bracelet. You've got the full links. And most importantly of all those good things, you just have an exceptionally clean watch. Very hard to come across on these. You've got a single deployant here. You've got a twin deployant there. Great watch for the money, absolutely. 8,600 now our top bid. All right, closing out, final 10 seconds. This might be it. 8,600 at the top. We are closing in 5. All right, I think this is it. Let's hit refresh. Just double check and make sure the clock didn't reset. And sold. Sold for 8,600 on this gorgeous DLC Santos. Congrats to our winner. Thank you all for participating. That was a really fun auction to see there at the end. If you guys didn't get this one, we have plenty more, and we'd really love to connect with you right here at Wristometer. Follow us on Instagram. We have something special for you guys. Just tell us that we met through Grail Z, and we'll help you out with that next watch. And we'll do something special for you. Nonetheless, this is a really cool one. Congratulations. And for everyone, have a great week ahead. Thank you.